Hi everybody, HondaPro Jason here. Welcome to my weekly show. This week we're going to keep your eyes on the road, the wind through your hair, and more gas in your tank. All this and more coming up next. Big news this week. Honda has announced that it's starting to install Siri in some of its upcoming products. For those of you that don't know, Siri is a personal assistant that's used through the iPhone. You can ask Siri any question you want, from sports scores to what the weather is going to be like, directions, reminders. You want to pick up milk and you have to pick it up on the way home from work? Just ask Siri, it'll remind you. What's inconvenient is you have to actually pull your phone out and press the button to activate Siri. Not for long. Honda's going to install a button right on the steering wheel. Press the button, ask Siri whatever you need to do. Now, it's going to be an option at the end of this year, dealer installed, and hopefully starting next year they're going to start installing it from the factory. This is just one more way that Honda's allowing us to keep our eyes on the road. A big thank you to my friends over at J. Wolf Honda in Kansas City, Missouri for bringing me your next story. Honda will be putting wind to work at their Russels Point Plant in Ohio. They're installing these huge turbines. These turbines are going to produce about 10% of the electricity for the whole plant. What does this plant do? What do they produce? They produce almost all the transmissions for all the Hondas in North America. So it's a huge, huge deal for Honda to save 10% of all their energy. It just shows Honda's commitment not just to the automobile emissions, but to the factory emissions as well. Now I'd like to talk to all you guys about Good Housekeeping Magazine. What does Good Housekeeping Magazine have to do with Honda? Honda just won the Good Housekeeping Magazine VIP Award for Lane Watch. That's the camera on the right-hand side mirror of the Accord and the Crosstour. So when you turn your right-hand turn signal on, it shows you everything in that iMid screen that's going on your right-hand side. But that's not the only award that Honda won this week. They also won the Green Car Technology Top 10 Award. They won that for the Eco Assist light. That light shows up around the speedometer when you're driving the most efficiently. In fact, I showed you guys how to shut that light off in my tips and tricks episodes. So here's just a couple of ways that Honda is not only making cars safer, but also saving you money by putting more gas in your tank. And now it's fun fact time. Honda did two things they've never done before in the year 1995. They came out with their first V6 Accord in the States, and they entered the minivan market with the Honda Odyssey. That's your fun fact of the week. I want to say thank you. This channel just crossed 200,000 views, and it's because of you. Yes, you. You guys are the ones that press that like button, that subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't pressed that like button yet, now would be a good time. And if you haven't subscribed, now would be a good time. Now on to last week's contest. I asked you guys, are you old school or are you new school? Your creative responses were awesome. I had fun reading and interacting with you guys all week. All 10 winners are listed below. And this week's contest, if you haven't figured out yet, it's the Honda hat. Now it's pretty cold in Chicago, so when I look out my window, all I see is snow. What do you see when you look out your window? Leave your creative responses below. This is the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know.